This past weekend marked 5 years since a young Valley woman named Mercedes Vega was robbed at gunpoint outside her Phoenix apartment.
2.5 years later, officials say she was murdered by the same man who robbed her in an effort to prevent her from testifying against him.
But he's still, again, 5 years, keep that in mind, he still hasn't gone to trial for that armed robbery case. There's been delay after delay. And 12 News journalist Bianca Bono following this case. And Bianca, so what happened today?
Well, there was another attempt to push back the trial. Cujo Young appeared in court this morning after filing a motion to try to change his attorney again. This time, he accused his attorney of unprofessional conduct. Had his motion been granted, it would have marked the 20th delay in this case.
That was a hard day.
Erica Pillsbury, alongside her husband Tom, is talking about Sunday, October 12th, a day that marked 5 years since her then 19-year-old daughter, Mercedes Vega, was followed home from work and robbed at gunpoint.
It was the day that she learned that the world isn't always a kind place.
It was also a day that investigators say would ultimately be the reason Vega was murdered 2.5 years later.
Thinking that was the worst thing that was ever going to happen to her, and then she was kidnapped and tortured and murdered.
Vega helped police identify Cujo Young as the suspect who robbed her. Right before she was scheduled to testify against him in April of 2023, she was kidnapped and killed. This year, Young and 2 others were charged with her murder. But despite the developments in her murder case, Young has still not gone to trial in the armed robbery case. After filing numerous motions, changing attorneys, even at one point claiming he was going to represent himself, the trial has been delayed 19 times.
All right, I received your motion to change counsel.
Wednesday, he tried for a 20th.
There's no trust, and it can't be reconciled, and it's beyond repair. Burgess crossed racial lines, he crossed ethical lines, and he crossed professional lines.
Some of those issues are a bit of a reach.
Susie Charbel is an attorney who spent 21 years at the Maricopa County Attorney's Office.
There's always that sense, when I was a prosecutor, that the defense and defendant, et cetera, are just bumping it down, either for good reasons, for example, they have huge caseloads, or for reasons of advantage, to kind of take advantage a little bit of the system by delaying.
She says the one solution she can think of is having more attorneys and judges.
If you get more bodies, I think that will improve a little bit. And I think once the judges start feeling a little bit more empowered to take on a more defensive role defending the cases.
On Wednesday, the judge denied Young's motion, affirming a February trial date and preventing a 20th delay. While the wheels of justice have moved painfully slow for this family, they consider this hearing to be a sign that the wheels are moving in the right direction.
It made me feel really good to know that we're going in that direction finally, and we're ready for the long haul.
And I should note that Young's attorney categorically denies the unprofessional conduct that Young accused him of. Young is due back in court for a status conference on November 12th. The state then has until December 5th to decide whether it will seek the death penalty against Young and his 2 co-defendants. We're live in studio, Bianca Bono, 12 News.